Offended podcast. We are definitely in the building. We had to play some Chicago shit before we jumped on the YouTube.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had to vibe out for a second, man. How's everybody doing?
That old Kanye.
Feeling good, you know what I'm saying?
That old Kanye. Big shout out to Chris, man.
Yeah.
As you guys see, sometimes you go see 4, sometimes you go see 3.
Yeah,
It's like
But
a
we
math
all,
problem.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all crew. We all in it. We a unit.
Boom.
You know, my brother Chris, he babysitter's passed out. You know what I'm saying? Well, not passed out, but just flaked out.
Yeah.
Okay, you got handled right. Got to do daddy duty.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to
Hey,
do
man,
daddy
you know,
duties.
you gotta, the kids come first, man.
The kids come first.
Easily
you know.
Offended podcast loves the children. It's
That's
like,
right.
We
like
love the
Wu-Tang.
kids.
Right, even the stepchildren.
Man, Shawn, what you been up to? Because you've been gone for, a few weeks.
Oh man, I had to spend some time with my mom. She needs some hot water. Got a TV. Got a hot water heater.
Okay.
Wanted the wide open spaces of Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. GA, Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs.
all
area.
of that.
GI, nigga.
GI.
You said GA.
Oh, GA.
This guy.
I always disrespect Indiana, man.
Wow.
Indianimals,
Exactly.
they gonna come for your head.
Okay.
Them Indianimals gonna come see you. Nigga.
You know,
Tell
we
me.
ain't got no viewers in Indiana, man. Why don't y'all tap in?
We got to do that. I don't know how
We need, you
got
know what we
viewers
need to
everywhere.
do? Remember that video? Them 2 niggas that made that shit, that we Indianimals?
Yeah.
We need to go find them and we need to interview them. We need to see what they
Indianimals.
Yeah,
Google
we need to see-
their ass.
We need to see what they doing in life.
A&S
why don't
Giro's
you-
going to come up.
I'm
What else-
sorry, but yeah, we were talking about
What else you been up to?
Not much.
Any butt naked parties? Any sex
I
parties?
did go to one. This one guy. I brought my music. I was playing my music, and it was like a paint and sip, or should I say paint and suck? But it was a paint and sip. So
Peyton Simp my penis.
what's going on right now?
I'm sorry.
But they had the paint. Everybody had the little paintbrush. And they had the mattress in the middle, and you had the people in the middle doing their thing. Or first, the girls was posing on there. They had the chains on each other, posing. Then once
Made you
everybody
nervous,
left, once everybody left, this dude and these 2 girls, man, I swear I put on the music. I paid like 2 albums and a remix. They still down there.
Oh, they was in it. He
Man,
had that,
about a good 2-3 hours,
he had
bro.
that honey grail pill for the gas station. He
Yeah.
was ready to roll.
I don't know what's going on. He was
Hey,
just man.
I've always been so scared of gas station pills.
Hey,
I
just-
think everybody should. You should
Hey.
not buy medicine from the gas station.
Hey, but
Hey.
people be buying them.
I mean, aspirin, NyQuil, stuff like that.
Hey.
I get it.
Now, I'm talking about those all night
The-
pills.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not buying dick pills from the gas.
I'm not
station.
buying anything that goes in my body that does some shit like that from the
in
gas
Gary,
station.
in the gas station, you get the dick pills, you can get a DVD, a CD, you can get a porno, you get your taxes done, and you
Some
get
drawers, tank
and
tops,
you get
t-shirts.
and you get a Remy weave if you
Hey,
want.
for a long time, I did buy drawers from the gas station. I
See?
ain't gonna lie. Dollar store, I was in there 3-4
Hey,
pack
I wouldn't.
for like
I
$8
wouldn't
bucks.
admit that publicly.
Hey, G, that was when
Hope
I was
they
young.
was
I didn't
clean,
know no better.
goddamn.
I didn't know no better.
Hey, man. Yeah,
Ain't no better.
but as long you're right. As long as they were clean.
They clean.
That's all that really matters.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody. Oh, god damn it!
Judgment free zone. You gotta disconnect your phone so we don't hear that shit in the middle of the podcast.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
wanna
When you
take
talking to your weed man or whatnot, like Charles, where you at?
that might need to do.
No, we good. We good.
Yeah, but
So that's crazy.
yeah, that's
So they started having sex while people was just painting this shit.
oh my God. It was first they had female model, then they brought out this male model, right? And he was posing, he was just laid out butt naked, and his soldier wasn't exactly at attention. So so somebody from the audience volunteered to come out and motivate his soldier.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Started playing the tune on the saxophone, you know what I'm talking about.
She went all John Coltrane. On that.
Man.
I'm gonna get it this way.
Ooh,
We can't take no picture of you with your dick soft.
Man, she was wow.
We can't draw soft dick.
Pretty
Fuck
much.
that. Right. You expect me to come here to this paint and sip
Like you.
and draw us a soft penis?
How dare
That's
you?
not true to life.
Right.
Yes, she was going at it in front of everybody. I was like, wow.
Man, that's crazy.
Yes, sir.
So what's up with you, Rell?
Well, you know, my birthday just passed.
Woo. You just turned 18,
Yeah.
bro.
40 fucking years old, baby.
years old, bro.
Welcome.
I'm officially washed up.
Oh,
I'm officially washed.
I'm gonna call you 40 by nature, goddamn.
You're so quick with those. Just spot on.
So fast.
Oh, you know that.
Nah, man, but yeah, my birthday, I was working I had to go out to LA for a project.
Nice. Super Bowl? No, I'm kidding.
Nah, I wish. But God damn it, just went to sleep. But my coworkers took me out to dinner.
Okay.
I had a couple of old fashions.
Nice.
So it was cool. So my mother's birthday was 2 days after mine. Yesterday, we went to S2 Grill.
Nice.
Okay, the one on Stony or
On Stony.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a new one. They just opened up. My mama, she loves
soul food.
It's not really soul food. She always want to try stuff, new stuff coming in the neighborhood.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? And the food was decent. Let me start there.
Okay.
But I don't know if y'all remember the Bonanza that used to be on Stony.
Bonanza.
It was Bonanza. It was like I want to say it was a Ponderosa Bonanza or both.
Same
Either way,
place.
and then it was BJ's.
BJ's.
Then it was BJ's for
market.
a long time. So that's where it is.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, right by the CVS, right?
Right. So the food's decent. So we come in there and it's just like big open space. There are tables and then there's a bar towards the front.
All right.
So there's a line in the middle of all where the tables are. So we're not sure what the fuck is going on. Right. Exactly. So that's exactly what the fuck I said. We walk up because I was parking. The rest of my family was already there. So I'm thinking, hold on. I'm thinking like, what the fuck is this line, right?
Right.
So we get up there, find out this is a line for the food. This is where you order the food. So there are no waitresses.
Wait a minute, bro.
No, there are no waitresses.
Okay.
You stand in line, and there are lines at the bar. The thing is, there are multiple lines because there were a few bartenders at the front, and then there was one on the side. But they weren't telling people that you could go on the side and order too.
Oh.
People were just kind of like, we were just looking like, wait, niggas is ordering over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm confused. What's going on?
So there's no direction. Like even when we came in, like we had to figure it out that we had to stand in line to eat.
Okay.
Like nobody told us anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Like
we
a
just got to
walk in
figure
the
that
blind.
shit out.
Black panic room.
Right. So, but the food came quick. We was waiting in line longer than we waited for our food. Real talk.
Okay.
That's not
So like I said, so that part of it was decent, but that other part where it's just kind of like I said, there's no direction. You're not telling me where the lines are. You're not telling me where I can order.
Get it
but
together.
then the kicker was, so we ordered these alcoholic slushies.
Okay.
I had some. It was a Henny thing. Obviously, I had Hennessy
Henny
in it.
thing.
It was purple. It was
Henny
actually
thing.
decent. But it's a slushy drink. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to like down that shit.
Right.
So I still had some left, and not to mention it wasn't ready at first. I had to wait for a minute.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying, for the slushy machine to
The
matriculate.
slushy
it.
machine.
Yeah, it's all slushy drinks.
Dude in the back was just like, yeah.
All right, hold on, son.
Right.
Hold on.
So I had to wait. So when I finally got it, you know what I'm saying, we was there for a minute. We was getting ready to leave. I didn't want to just try to like chug this shit.
Right,
I'm
right.
40
Not in
now.
front of the fam.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
this ain't that type of party. I'm with my family.
I got you, Mom. I'm going to take you home,
You know
okay?
what I'm saying? So
I got you.
yeah, so I'm not finna. And also, nigga, like trying to chug a slushy, nigga. You imagine the amount of brain freeze I would have experienced.
Oh, that shit was
Brain
horrible.
freeze and
Yeah,
drunk.
right. So anyway, but I go up there try to get to go cups.
Right.
Right.
Oh, it's a $5 upcharge,
$5 upcharge.
bro. I paid $20 for cups. I was like, that's
That's
never again,
hilarious.
bro. Never
$20 for cups.
Yeah, food was decent. I may do on some carry out shit, but like
You gotta bring
actually,
your own cups.
yeah, but like actually going to like eat there and sit down, like nah, bro, I'm straight.
Yeah. I never been there. I remember they were being on
They
television.
just opened.
Yeah, because they was on television talking about they needed people, and that's probably the reason why they ain't had no waitresses.
You know, I did. They were on. Yeah.
Because she was like, they did a job fair and nobody showed up.
So you know what? That's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at the business model. That's
Right.
actually smart because they don't have to pay waitresses. Because basically, you order your food and they call your number and you go up there and pick your shit up. But they also charge you 18% gratuity. But it was just like, nigga,
Wow,
I'm not
come
even.
on now, wait a
I'm
minute.
not getting any sort of service.
Right.
You didn't even tell me how this shit was supposed to go.
Right, you get no
And
waitress.
right, you know what I'm saying? But I still got to pay you gratuity. So, I mean, yeah, I had a little bit of issue with that. But the business model, I'm not mad at. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Just explain to me what it is when I get there so I
Yeah.
understand.
Have somebody at the front door like, hey, how you doing? Welcome to S2. You wait right here for your order. You place your order. You go over there. You pick it up, and you go take a seat and enjoy.
But you know, black people gonna be mad. This ain't great America, motherfucker.
Hey, that shit was packed though.
That's good. That's
That's
good.
Yeah,
good though.
it was packed, you know
We
what I'm
gonna
saying?
might have to stop down there.
Hey, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not.
We gonna bring these cups though.
Like I said, the food was good. Like I'm not saying I wouldn't eat there again, like on some takeout shit, but like they need to step. And they just started.
Right.
So they just opened, so they could still be trying to work their thing out.
Now, you know, it's another spot that I want to check out that's on Stony called Nipsey's. They took the model off of Martin.
You know, the aldermen trying to get them kicked out over there.
Why?
Yeah. No, because they're saying that the people that are leaving the restaurant are a nuisance to the neighborhood. They be out there. They be, you know what I'm saying? They be out
loud
there drunk, pissing in people's yards and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's when you're supposed to have security guards outside. Like, I mean, just saying, like when we used to go out and go to parties, and we used to step out to the non-black establishments. When you walk outside, there's a security guard everywhere you turn.
Correct.
Like it's one on the corner. Like, and he's telling you, like, hey, go to your car, keep it down. We got neighbors, da-da-da-da. Nowadays, they just open the club and just let you out. Like, you just out here wilding. You had, like, 13 shots of Henny, some Casamigos, and you just out here wilding out.
You done passed down somebody's lawn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just craziness.
Should have never gave you niggas Casamigos.
I swear.
They're going to rename it Casa Negros.
I always wonder, like, why, like, how did these liquor establishments become so popular? Because I remember buying Casamigos 10 years ago.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly how, but I definitely Casamigos been out for a while.
And because it's George Clooney. George Clooney is one of the owners of Casamigos.
Wow, really?
And I read an article in a magazine. I'm like, oh shit, he got a tequila. And one day I was at Kimbark. Shout out to Kimbark Beverages. You know what I mean? Right. Went over there and they motherfucking had it, and I'm like, let me get this. I mean, you know, it's just, I guess things just come.
I think it was in a song or video or something.
Every 2 or 3 years, text it to me. Like a text to it. Okay. Every 3 years, it's always a super popular liquor.
Indeed, we need to have one.
The pen right here. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So good.
But you know,
we need to have one. Sure.
But it's crazy. My week, I didn't do shit, man. I just worked 80 hours 1 week.
80 hours?
Yeah, man.
Working like a Chinese beetle.
Man, I had some.
You say a Chinese beetle?
Yeah, I don't know why I ain't on
that. I can picture that in my mind. Like, yeah, a Chinese beetle would work hard as fuck.
But what would he do?
What is his job? Everything that is required.
Burrowing.
You know, I could have a real high conversation, but I ain't gonna have that real high conversation right now. But
this guy.
But nah, man, you know, I ain't really do much shit. I just really work. You know, I work over there in Ukraine Village in West Town, so it was pretty much Nicolette. It was pretty much kind of crazy what's going on with the world with the Russian situation. So being over in that neighborhood, it was pretty wild. But I ain't really do much, man. Did I do? Rest in peace. One of the bartenders at the Cove. His name was Diego.
I saw that. I saw that on the news.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
We want to give a shout out to them.
Bro.
Yeah, condolences.
We send our condolences to your family.
Indeed.
I met his mom. I met his sister yesterday. So they did a walk from the Cove
to that 49th
to 49th and Greenwood where he was murdered at. So unfortunately, you know, he was a good dude. He was a regular there so much that he just became a bartender.
Wow.
And he was just walking home and got stabbed to death and died right there on 49th and Greenwood.
That's so wild.
So we did a walk yesterday for that. So once again, I send our condolences out to Diego and his family.
Indeed.
Shout out to the Cove family and everything. They shut down the Cove for 3 hours.
Wow.
Like you met at the Cove, you had your drinks, and they were like, all right, we're going to shut it down for 3 hours, and we're going to come back and drink for Diego.
Indeed.
Random, I saw something, this has come up, like, and just you just saying, so he just got, like, stabbed, like, just walking home.
4 a.m.
Yeah,
sounds personal.
Yo, yeah, well, personal, or was it just, like, because I saw something the other day talking about, like, is there, like, a serial killer in Chicago? And talking about, like, other cases. I mean, but that's just, either way, that's just so.
You know, we talked about we touched on that. It was one of our topics off screen.
Okay.
That we talked about the 59 murders of women that's been going on in Chicago. Prime has a documentary on it. The last murder was in 2017, and it dates back to 1960s. 59, and 70% of those women were black, and they unsolved murders, strangled the same way they died. It was just strangulation, rape, and left there to post. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But you know, we don't want to start off with you know what I mean. But condolences to everybody out there in Ukraine. Condolences to everybody that's lost a family member in these past months or past
I just
years.
want to say, when I said it was personal, I was just saying because multiple stab. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah. And you never know.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing. But something like that just seems so random.
Yeah.
Like you either assume it would be like something like this personal.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, I don't know. Like nowadays, it's just
he could have been fighting
bro.
back. You know what I'm saying? Dude probably tried to rob him. He fought back, and dude was like, all right, let me just, whatever. Yeah. Well, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. But either way, that's unfortunate.
It's crazy. But, yeah, man. So, Chicago shit. Chicago shit.
Yes.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? We got to give up the happening to the K-Swiss and Leaders collab.
No doubt.
Yeah. I saw that jacket.
Yeah, the jacket with the Leaders joint with the stars.
Yeah.
So Leaders did a collabo with K-Swiss last week, and they launched it out. They had like a pre-party for like, you know, people that's been supporters for about 20 plus since they've been out, period.
Wow.
And then the next day they had it open to the public where everybody can come. Tyreek was there from Power.
Tariq.
Get out of here.
From Power. He was there at Leaders.
I saw because he had on the Leatherman joint.
He had the jacket. He brought the jacket. He did the took a couple of pictures, brought some shoes.
Nice.
So that was a good look for them. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So shout out to Corey and Diego and that whole Leaders family out there for that. That was a very great collab.
Yeah, the K-Swisses. I saw them, like, they actually dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because, like, I mean, how much we used to rock K-Swiss. You know what I'm saying? And that's not.
I've never had a pair of K-Swiss.
I definitely had a pair of K-Swiss.
Me neither, bro.
I wanted a pair, but I just never did get them because I'm like, man, you know what?
Quick.
I think back then they fit kind of narrow, and it just wasn't comfortable to me.
Indeed, I never had a pair of those either.
Yeah, man, but that was a good shit, man. You wore K-Swiss though?
I didn't. We was poor. I think they had a house shoe out, right?
K-Swiss house shoes.
K-Swiss house shoe, man. I don't think they had one.
I had the K-Swiss thong sandals.
You know what? When I was
the thong series.
When I was growing up, Payless Shoe Source, like if there was a K-Swiss or the Jordan, Payless Shoe Source would always come out with their version.
The Pro Wings.
Yes, they would always come out with their version.
The BK doubles.
It'd be like the BK Troubles. Goddamn.
Remember the XJ900s, my nigga? The XJ900s. They was always the bootleg Jordan. Oh my God, that's I don't know if any other city experienced the XJ900.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy, man.
Yeah.
So what else?
You got Chicago Summerfest is coming back.
Oh yeah, Chicago Summerfest. So it's a few things that we have to talk about Chicago Summerfest, right? Big shout out to Jonathan, Maker's Mark, Dave, Jeff. So this year, if you guys haven't noticed, and all our listeners out there all across the world, if you ever come to Chicago during the summertime, you have to look up Hyde Park Summerfest. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So it's a festival that started like 9 years ago. It started off, their main focus was brews. They started off with the Brew Fest. It was real small. They used to be the first one was on 55th over there attached to Nicholas Park, towards the back part. And then they had music there, but they didn't have every year they got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Indeed.
So this year, for the first time, it is an admission fee.
Uh-oh.
And the admission fee starts at $49.99.
$49.99.
$49.99.
Good Lord.
So there has been a lot of feedback from my Facebook, from my Instagram. People like, yo, it was free at one point. Like, why are they charging? And I'm like, bro, these festivals cost money to throw.
Indeed.
You have to, you know how many permits, liquor permits, licenses, security you got to have?
Alone.
You have to have somebody build the stage. Building a stage and light and sound alone is like $30,000.
Good Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
There's so much labor involved.
It's so much labor.
And they got big acts. Like Busta Rhymes gonna be
right.
there,
You got
bro.
Busta Rhymes,
You know what I mean?
Marsha Ambrosia, BJ the Chicago Kid, Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, damn.
I mean, yeah, $50.
You know,
is really not.
It's not that bad.
For that. But it's all. If something was once free,
indeed,
and then you tell people they're gonna have to pay for it,
right?
There's gonna be some blowback.
There's gonna be some kickback.
Yeah, so there's gonna be some people that are gonna be angry.
But it's well worth it.
Do kids have to pay too?
I don't know what the kids' price. You can go on, look them up on Instagram, Hyde Park Summerfest. Okay. The link is in their bio.
Yeah, I'm not bringing my kids.
Nah,
I'm gonna bring all my girls.
She gonna stay home.
I brought my son Justin 2 years ago. He had a good time though. He was more shocked because we got a chance to be on the stage because my brother was DJing. So we went up stage and he watched the show. So he kind of fanned out a little bit because he was next to Deion Cole and he's seeing the crowd. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was a good father-son moment. But I mean, the Summerfest this is what it is. Like we, as black people, we need to learn how to stop complaining about certain shit that makes sense.
Indeed.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't expect these people to put up all this time, effort, employees, and think this going to be free forever. Like I said, it took almost 9 years to get here.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty short still though.
The same thing with the house music festival.
Picnic.
The house picnic
was once free.
The house picnic.
Then you end up paying for it.
Yeah, Alan King, and I can't think of the other guy's name. He was
Terry Hunter?
No, Terry Hunter as well, but there was another guy. It was another guy. He was R. Kelly's manager back in the day.
Wayne Williams?
Wayne Williams. So Wayne was telling me, he's like, bro, this started off 30 years ago of just the DJs that played house music to get together on a Saturday and barbecue with our family and our friends and play house music. 30 years ago, and it just built every year. First it was like 500, then it was 1,000, then it was 5,000, then it was 10,000, then before you know it's 12,000, and then it just got bigger and bigger. So the city was like, okay, we can't have you fucking up this grass and all this shit. We got to pay these people to come in, so you're gonna have to get a fence, get security, get some police officers on horses. That shit costs money, bro.
Indeed.
And they got 2 big announcements in I think about 2 weeks.
Oh, what's that?
We can't say.
What?
You know what I'm saying? We can't say because it's signed and sealed, but they want to wait until it gets there. But it's definitely going to be worth the $50.
I heard Ty Bridges gonna show up.
I don't know. I think Tekashi 6ix9ine may pop up.
Oh, not Ty Bridges? Okay.
Soulja Boy or something.
Okay.
I'm
like, Willis. No.
You know what I'm saying?
Big Draco.
Big Draco may step in the building. Right. I don't know.
Another back.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So make sure y'all check out Dave Jeff page, Jonathan Swain page, Hyde Park Summerfest, Instagram page. Click the link in the bio, the website, buy the tickets. It's definitely going to be a good fucking time. All you young kids that's getting up on this, come and be respectful, because us OGs is not playing with you. Understand that.
Don't do it.
Understand we ain't playing.
There's a lot of switches out there.
We are all parents. We will take our belts out and whoop y'all ass.
Okay. Right. Just line up.
It'd be a whole bunch of parents with belts beating teenagers' ass.
Yeah. I think it's important for people of our demographic, just in preparation for the event, like the days leading up to it, that you get the proper rest.
Take a good nap.
Bring a chair, because you're not going to stand up all the fucking time. Make sure you bring a chair. You can have the ones with the straps. You can carry it with you. Pick it up where you go. Where you need to go.
Right.
I don't know if they're gonna let people do tents. I don't know if that's a thing.
No, they're not gonna let people do tents.
Okay,
I don't think it's gonna be enough space.
Yeah.
For that.
Well, at least hopefully they'll let people bring chairs.
They definitely doing like tents for like the vendors. Right, but I think what they're gonna do is the vendors are probably gonna be in the street part, and everything would be in the grass area. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And he said
they're going to shut down the whole Midway.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason why they did this is because they outgrew their footprint of Hyde Park. He was like, we started off when we finally got to 53rd, it was just Harper's Court, and it just went to Blackstone. You know what I'm saying? And then they took it from Blackstone and took it to Dorchester. And that's the longest it's ever been with all the vendors. So he was like, 60,000 people each day. That's a lot of people.
It is.
To pack in that one. And it's just not safe.
Nah,
it's not. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, that was their main concern is we need to spread it out so it can be more safe, because if something happened, we don't want people to get trampled. Indeed. We pray to God that ain't nothing gonna happen, because we gonna come out and party in peace, and we gonna have a good fucking time, and we gonna eat some food, we gonna buy some black owned businesses, merchandise, and we're gonna celebrate us. You know what I mean? Celebrate that day. You know, we had a taste of spring yesterday. It was 60-something degrees.
I know, right?
Motherfuckers was barbecuing.
Niggas was out here barbecue. I swear to God, if I was off, I'd have fired up that grill.
Yeah, it was nice.
It would have been a wrap.
See, we should have barbecued instead of going to S2 never.
Look at this. Listen to this dude.
God damn.
Should have put some motherfucking turkey hot links on the grill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, that's just a Chicago culture, man. So if you're ever in town this summer, anybody that's from Atlanta, out here in New York, I know we got some people in Georgia, LA, we got some people overseas. If you ever come to Chicago in the summertime, make sure you check out Hyde Park Summerfest. Also look at Silver Block Room. Make sure you check out the African Fest and DuSable Museum in Washington Park. You know, come out and experience the culture and really see what the Southside is really about. I know y'all hear a lot of shit. Y'all see a lot of shit on the news. Y'all think Chicago's crazy. Man, we not crazy, bro. Just come out and have a good time and enjoy yourself. I'm guaranteeing you're going to get fat, you're going to laugh, and you're going to get high because it's legal.
Sounds like high school.
You know what I'm saying?
You said get fat first.
Right.
Yeah, because Chicago is the city of food. It's the city of food.
The food is
everybody that come to Chicago always say one thing. Man, y'all got some great fucking food. Because we have so many different neighborhoods that cater to their culture food.
Chicago spoils you, Joe.
Chicago spoils you. So, you know, it's just, you know, Chicago got everything. Just like sex workers got everything, man.
That's right.
You heard about that shit?
Yeah.
I'm about to put
the
one
sex
on layaway.
workers in relationships.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So you had a story about,
tell me your story.
No, you don't have to get in specific, no names. just tell the situation, what happened, and we'll go from there.
Particular sex worker I know, won't say her name, but she was on Facebook, and I think she said that she just met another guy who said he couldn't take her serious because of her profession. She said that she doesn't get tired of hearing it, but it still hurts though. But I'm like, well, I mean, that's like if you work at Subway and every time you give me a present, I get mad because it's a sandwich. It's like, I don't want a sandwich. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta let that sink in for a second.
That was a
I work at Subway
analogy.
and you give me a sandwich as a present.
Yeah,
for real.
I eat these every day, bitch.
Yeah, like get your ass out of here. But I mean, I feel for the girl, but I'm like, baby, this is your job. It's like,
yeah,
it's gonna be hard for some people to deal with.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I mean, but the thing about it is, she has a lot of fans and a lot of guys talk to her all the time. I mean, but my thing is this: when you're doing this publicly, like you have business cards, you're advertising that, hey, I give out massages or whatever the case may be, and if you pay me extra, it's a happy ending. Whatever the case may be, you have to be able to suffer the consequences that come from your actions.
I agree.
I don't even with you know, like if a guy was out here doing the same thing publicly, like the massage dudes, they get those sensual massages. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen them.
Those dudes. I know one of them. He was like, yeah, it's a good job, but he like 9 times out of 10, bro, he like, it's a lot of, not just talk about your big boned women. We love you. They hear it Easily Offended podcast. These are not my words. These are his words out his mouth. Okay?
Paraphrasing.
He was just saying that he was like, a lot of the customers are bigger women. And he like, which is good as a massage, you know, I'm there to do a job, but it's kind of sexual and it does kind to heighten the massage when I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? So because it's a situation, but if you have to be able to understand people are going to judge you off of that, and people may not want to date you. Nobody wants to date a woman that she can walk into a party and she done fucked 30 niggas in that party.
And all be like, hey, girl.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the worst fears growing up in Chicago and probably in any hood across America is when you go pick up a girl for the first time and she live in the hood and the niggas is on the block and you get out the car and one of those niggas say, hey, bro, what you on, G? What you over here? Who you over here to see? And you like, I'm here to see Keisha. Oh shit! He finna go see Keisha. Get it for the back, Keisha. Run a train, Keisha. Blowjob queen, Keisha.
Well, damn.
And you're sitting there like,
Like, damn.
She said she don't come outside.
First,
Right.
she said she don't even be out here like that.
But she do it in the garage.
I mean, in that scenario, there are some levels of disrespect in that conversation that I think is.
Indeed.
I mean, the motherfucker coming to you tells you shit like that. Like,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But also, like, it's hard for normal people to concede. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So normally people that.
So these people are not normal? That's what you're saying?
No.
I mean.
So like,
wow.
People that like when you talk about normal, like how people are socialized to what like sex is.
Yeah.
So do you have people that are more sex positive that think
Sex positive? I like it.
Yeah, they look at things in a different way in terms of sex, but there are just certain understandings that people have to have.
Indeed.
If they're gonna have a relationship of that nature, when you have sex and you know what I'm saying as your profession,
Indeed.
like because people do it, and people do it, and they still want to have relationships with people. Even though it may not work, and it's going to be a lot harder because, like, take, for instance, a lot of porn stars, people that work in the porn industry tend to have relationships with people that work in the industry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
you know
do.
understand.
Yeah, and they have, like, certain boundaries.
A lot of sandwiches.
It was some wild shit, though, I was reading. Just because we were going to talk about this. I would just research this in my regular life. Just sitting and read.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Just
Porn stories by Rell.
Right. Just sitting here researching porn star relationships like at my leisure. And
Can we get an unsung for porn stars?
Unsung. That would be cool. Like unplugged.
Like a Jada Fire?
No,
I
call it.
I feel like
Uncocked.
God damn, dog. So quick with him. I swear.
Yeah. But no, but there is a reason. I was reading this. That's what I was saying. I was reading the story.
Uh-huh.
And they would do things like so it was an interview with a few people that were couples that were in the porn industry.
Uh-huh.
And so they would have like certain things that they were like, if you do this, that's considered cheating because like actual sex with another person can't be cheating if you work in the sex industry.
Like what else would be considered cheating?
So that's where the boundaries come in. So one guy said that his wife does this thing with her. He basically like eats his ass or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't do that with another man. If you do that with another man, then that's cheating.
Well, she needed extra money for Christmas.
So certain stipulations.
Yeah.
Hey,
or it was another couple that said basically if it's off camera, then it's cheating.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain standards that you would have, but it's going to be really hard for somebody that's a regular citizen.
Right, to accept that. The question is,
Yes, sir.
would she be quitting the profession to be in a relationship? Like if she found somebody and he was like, okay, I want to be in a relationship with you, but you have to give up that.
I don't think she is because, I mean, even though it's sex, it is a job, and if she don't really know how to do anything else for money.
I mean, but in certain cases, love overveils everything, overpowers everything, right? If you really,
I mean, there's
Except the rent get there.
well, yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, but in certain situations, and when you're really in love with somebody, you would sacrifice certain things that you used to do just to make things work.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
I mean,
so,
yeah.
But that's quitting her job.
it quits her job, but she needs to realize to be like, okay, I can't keep doing this till I'm 50. I have to find a real job at some point in my life. I can't be 40 years old still taking dicks. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The
For a
quality will
living.
go down.
Right. So it has to be at some point like, you know what? I'm going to take up a trade or I'm going to learn something. I'm going to be an entrepreneur, something of that nature to supplement that income so he can be happy with that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it could go both ways.
They should start a school
Yeah.
for that.
And they're definitely, like, and the situation goes both ways because they're definitely like male sex workers as well as female sex workers. But it would be hard for me personally. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not strong enough. I'm not evolved enough, to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that people like that work in the industry aren't deserving of love or anything.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like
everybody deserves love.
Yeah,
Everybody deserves love.
Indeed. So, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I will say, going to these quote unquote like sexcapade parties, etc., it kind of have opened my eyes, because like this one guy's house I went to, we had the party. I'm thinking just his wife is in his bedroom waiting on him going to sleep. He's got like 3 chicks plus his wife in there sleeping with him. So it's kind of like opened my eyes, like thinking of maybe, even though I'm more like you. And then even one of the guys, he has a coaching class where he teaches. He calls it, I'm not even gonna say what he called it because people look it up.
Right.
But where he coaches you on try how you can be a more accepting of the poly lifestyle, etc., etc.
Okay.
But I'm like,
But see, that goes if that's for you.
indeed,
That type of lifestyle is not for everybody. And people that, if you can't get with that lifestyle, you can't down them because that's their pleasure and that's their passion.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
as long as you're not hurting nobody, as long as you're being safe.
You know, do what
Like,
you do.
I don't think. I mean, like you said, there's a whole other way of looking at sexuality.
indeed.
You know, it's really
Especially
more
up in
about
there.
personal preference, how you were raised, how you were socialized. Like the way I view it is not necessarily possessive. It's just from an energy standpoint. Like I don't want to like share energy with that many people on that level. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So we talk about an actual like relationship.
Indeed.
But in terms of having somebody that is a sex worker and still active while being in a relationship with me, I know I wouldn't be comfortable with it.
No,
you know what I'm
I
saying? Because
wouldn't
it's
be
just there's
comfortable
an
with that
exchange
at
of energy that I'm not necessarily cool with.
I mean, I have nothing against strippers, but I can never date a stripper.
So wait a minute, you can say, what'd you do at work today, honey? Nothing, honey.
Right. So, but a lot, Jesus. But a lot of what I was also reading was a lot of people that work in the industry. They'll settle down and they do have children and families once they retire.
Yeah.
And they move on to other things. It can be still somewhat challenging for people that work in like the adult film industry.
Right.
Indeed.
Especially now with the internet, because people
Everybody
can always look
see
up.
it.
Yeah, you
Look
can
up
always
stuff.
look it up. You know what I'm saying? That shit is up there forever. But I mean, it does happen. You know what I'm saying? It does work out. Like it's just really interesting to see, and like the way the sexuality is being viewed in general is kind of evolving. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you wonder, will it become easier as people kind of like change their understanding of sex? You know what I'm saying? Like like I said, I'm aged out of this. Like,
Right.
I'm 40. I'm 40
Yeah,
years
we
old.
all.
You know what I'm saying?
hey.
So I am who I am.
Indeed.
Like I said, I'm not gonna say anything wrong with it. I just know for me personally,
Indeed.
like it's so. I mean, I'm pretty adventurous. You know what I'm saying? But like,
This guy.
What's the craziest thing you ever done?
I'm not gonna say that.
I know.
I did.
I know he wasn't gonna say that.
I did it one time in an Amtrak bathroom.
Nigga, how?
The bathroom was about big as a closet, yo. She kind
How much did you pay?
I'm thinking about airplane bathrooms and shit because I don't think I've ever used a bathroom on Amtrak. I just know like
It's
when people
smallest.
talk about like the Mile High Club and shit. I mean, this is
I would
kind of off
definitely.
subject. But nigga, I'm a little bit larger. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not little nigga. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
True.
If the Mile High Club, I have to be on a private jet.
Yeah, that's what
Really?
I'm saying. Not in no commercial flight.
I ain't gonna
bro,
be in
'cause
that
them shit-
small ass. Put your leg up
Hey,
here.
when I was in that
Get your foot out the
Amtrak
toilet.
bathroom, that's what she did. She Captain Morgan one leg on that toilet, and you know, hey,
The Captain Morgan.
Savage.
hey, man.
Nigga said she did the Captain Morgan.
And it was funny because I kept hearing the bells going back.
That was it was so crazy. Like I just heard somebody said like it was a clip a friend of mine sent to me. This guy said that when women cheat, it's more about they'll be in like they actually like the person, but she said like for dudes it's really just like the act of sex, and dude was like, man,
Yeah, I seen
you'll
that.
meet a chick in Walmart and hit him in the car,
Damn.
and I just thought to myself like, nah. I'm not fucking nobody in the car in Walmart right now.
In my younger days,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Depending on where you at in life.
That's the distinction I had to make.
I was banned from clothing stores.
Was you doing it in the changing room, bro?
I could not go.
Whoa, this is not the turn I expect this conversation to go. But please continue.
In my younger days, I got caught having sex in the guest store on Michigan Avenue multiple times.
Multiple times with the same chick.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
Wait. With the same person?
Yeah. Same person.
You wasn't like near like Bad Santa. You ain't gonna shit
Them,
right for a week.
them and Levi's. I couldn't go into those two stores.
So did they have like your picture up in the security office? Or
Like
something?
the security guard just knew who I was.
Oh, hell no.
Like I mean, if you
How do you get caught fucking multiple? Now I don't even want to know how. You don't have to go into detail.
You know,
but that is wild, bro.
Yeah.
And
That was when I was
I've
younger.
known you most of my life. I've never known that.
That's when I was younger. Yeah. So I mean, I worked downtown at the time, and that person worked downtown at the time, and we used to always go hang out and just shop, and things would just happen. You know what I mean? And
You was just fucking in dressing.
Yo, that's like Black Benny Hill over here. And
Were you shopping in the store and it just happened? We just
yeah,
go and
like
just guess and fuck.
because back then you can go into the women's dressing room. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like if you with your lady, they let you go in the dressing room with them.
You're like, oh, this looks good.
So like it was like you're just giving me the invitation. Like you're telling me, go ahead, watch your girl get naked and try on like 5 outfits. I mean, that was in my 20s. You know what I mean? So,
we all did. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I am.
Yeah.
We've all done some crazy things in our past that we are not proud of.
I didn't get banned from any store.
Right.
I mean,
right. Another moment in Black history right there, boy. You like Caligula.
I wonder if your picture is still up there.
I don't even know if it was a picture. It's just a security guard. He just knew. It was just like I would walk. Because I used to, like I said,
So you still trying to go in there and fuck?
No, like I used to work down there. So like I would pass the store, and he'd be outside on his cigarette break, and he'd be like, "Don't even think about it." like don't even think about it.
Did they have a picture of your ankles with the drawers around that they knew it was you?
They just, they just knew
that is wild.
That is crazy. That's like.
I mean, but that was, like I said, I knew people that got arrested in Washington Park for having sex. You can't have sex in a public spot. That's a ticket. Yeah, you get a ticket for that. If you get caught,
what's the charge?
Oh yeah, I mean it's
public
indecency.
Public indecency.
Yeah.
So a lot of things can happen.
Do you have to stop if you get the ticket? You got the ticket.
I mean, you get the ticket.
I assume that like
stop.
if the police come over,
ain't this a
if somebody knock on your sir,
like hold on,
sir, hey,
this conversation just devolved
all the way around.
Yeah. But no, but just to bring it back and kind of wrap it up because it's about time for us to move on anyway.
Yeah. All right.
But it is an interesting thing to think about. You know what I'm saying? Because there are so many ways that you could think about sex. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so you shouldn't just get caught up in like what you think it is, and so you think other people should think the way you think.
Right.
Indeed.
Exactly.
It's just like you can understand that. All right, it's cool for you to think that way, and that's to say you shouldn't be able to find whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever it is that you desire, as long as you're not hurting nobody else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it just may not be for me.
It's not for
and
me.
I know it's definitely.
Like I said, I don't shame anybody for it. If that's what you do, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person. Neither one of us are gods to pass judgment on you. What you do in your life is what you do in your life. If you ask a question on a public platform, you have to understand some of the feedback you're going to get back is not something that you're going to like. Indeed. And a lot of times, that's what it is.
Everybody's not going to agree with you.
Everybody's not going to agree with you. And that's the thing in this world. Okay, so what?
I mean,
you don't agree with me?
People on the internet take shit too far.
Way too far.
People on the internet.
They start reporting your page and doing dumb shit. Like, come on,
just
man.
Because, so all of that stuff. I mean, so to whoever the young lady is, I hope she finds love one day.
Yeah, and she's a nice chick. I've had a drink with her before. But
you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be hard. She's gonna have to find somebody that's just more evolved.
Right. Plus my backer, I might get a massage too.
You gonna pay for a happy ending?
Well,
what was the movie? What was it? Pretty Woman?
Pretty Woman?
With Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
Pretty Woman.
He married her, right? She was a prostitute.
Pretty Woman. Yeah, Pretty Woman. That's Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman.
Yeah, that was like. Well, that was like somebody won an Oscar for some shit like that.
Julia Roberts? No, I don't think they did.
Okay, it was a big movie.
Yeah, it was.
Either way, it was about a man finding love with an escort.
That made everybody.
I mean, that's what happened in the movie.
Well, it's an escort. Well, escort is more classy to say.
I mean, it's you just say escort service. You know, so
They can make a movie about me doing that. We call it Pretty Wasted.
It's a waste of fucking time.
Damn.
Hey, man. We ready to wrap up the 3 episode of Kanye motherfucking
Kanye,
West.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Shout out to
Kanye
Cootie.
Titter, okay.
Shout all the people out there, hustle, period.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Very good documentary, man.
And did. Make me look at them totally different, bro.
Yeah. It did. It really did.
Humanizing.
It really did. If you haven't checked it out, everybody's been talking about it. It's on Netflix. Check it out. Jesus. That's what you call it? Jesus.
Yeah, genius.
Genius.
Yeah.
He called it Jesus. This guy.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Because it was a part in there where he snapped out, where he was like, you got some things. Kanye is like the king of one-liners. He has so many one-liners out here that you could say and it will just create laughter. Like when he said, George Bush don't care about black people.
I remember that.
You remember his face?
Nah, you know whose face I remember? Mike Myers.
Right, exactly.
Remember, he was standing there. He turned and
He was
looked at it. He was, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?
The how sway.
Oh, that
You know what I'm saying?
And he was like, he said, what did he say? When he was talking about I'm a God.
I'm a God.
If somebody say, who do you think you are? I just told you, a God.
A God.
Like the dude, man, yeah.
Like,
he
but-
has some one-liners for sure.
Yeah, like his it was beautifully shot. It was I wish and I hope and pray it gets some type of award for him to even, and it really shows a friendship. Like he went times where he was with Kanye and then when he wasn't with Kanye, and then he was like, I felt kind of bad because I was hurt because now I'm outside looking in when I was inside looking out.
And then they had that scene where he kept calling him Chike.
Chike, yeah, he was drunk, and you know what I'm saying? It was just, you could tell they had a little friction. And then he's like, a year later I'll come back and go to Madison Square Garden. He's one of the people that got that famous shot of him and Kid Cudi really going off to Beautiful Morning with the smoke in the back. He caught that shot. Nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the way it was shot and just showing his relationship with him through times. He took 6 years before he got back with hanging out with Kanye. And it was and when he got back with Kanye, the third one is really interesting because it really shows how Kanye thinks mentally. It was a part in there where he said something like, I have to take bipolar medicine for people to understand this alien to turn into translate into English. Yeah. Wow. Because if I'm not, I'm talking like out gibberish. And people are like, what is he talking about? And but then if I am in my right state of mind, you get what I'm saying. It may be harsh. And one of the main points, but I'm gonna get off of it in a minute. My main thing I liked was the confidence level. Like you should always think of yourself as high confidence. Like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm the shit. I know what the fuck I'm doing, especially in your profession. Whatever it is in life that you do, you have to know that you're the best at what you do. Indeed. To have that confidence and look what that confidence gets you.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? He's just more blunt about it.
Indeed.
I think, first off, Cootie did Kanye a huge solid with this documentary, in my opinion.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think he really, it was cool how it was really just focused. It wasn't necessarily focused completely and solely on Kanye.
Right.
Even though obviously he was the main subject.
Yeah.
But it was cool, especially how you kind of like wrapped it up in the third episode with how he showed like the evolution of their relationship.
Right. Exactly.
And then kind of like with his daughter being born, him losing his own father.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and just saw like their evolution as well as the evolution of their relationship along the same timeline, and he really kind of showed, like you said, he humanized Kanye in a way that I think a lot of people are kind of like, okay, well, maybe we need to take a step back and examine like our opinions of him. He's made him a bit of a sympathetic figure,
right?
You know what I'm saying, like,
Indeed.
And I think it's just based off you seeing like, and it's funny you just mentioned that scene when he was in Madison Square Garden.
Right.
It was like that. What he captured there, that kind of like joy, that enthusiasm that he had, it seemed like that was like that old Kanye. Yeah. And that was like the only time in the third episode where you really saw that. You know what I'm saying? And like I just, just to see like how shit shifted, like you say, when his mom passed.
Right.
But it was crazy because even when like him and Kanye, like he wasn't hitting him as much. You know, Don DeWest was still hitting Cootie, telling him to come and film stuff for her personally.
Yep.
And when they did, the only reason he was at the House of Blues when they did that foundation was because Donda invited him, not Kanye.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but then to see like Ye, like now, like it seems like because you know he was talking to his father.
Yeah, he started talking to his father in that trip in China.
Yeah, I know his 88 Keys was there with him.
Yep.
I know his Rhyme Fest was there with him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that he's kind of like trying to get back because he's definitely lost for a while. Like I completely forgot about him being institutionalized for a second.
Yeah, I did. I forgot about that.
I completely forgot about that. This not to like excuse Kanye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he does
or just act like
like
it's just like okay, like all is forgiven. Like nah, bro. Like it's so you can't just like just look past all the shit that he's done.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? All the things that he said. But it kind of gives you a new perspective on why he's doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
And you see kind of like what he experienced, what he went through.
Yeah, it was very tough.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing like how that evolved. And you notice like it was crazy because like I mean he mentioned the children a lot, but like Kim was like really not mentioned or even a picture at all.
In that whole thing.
None of his relationships were, to be fair.
Yeah,
he never spoke on Amber. It was really more. So that's the thing. He didn't really all that other like obviously he mentioned that you had to throw the Trump stuff in there.
Yeah, exactly.
The red hat. So he went through the things that he was like he did, and but it wasn't like so much more about that. It was really just about. It was really only about his relationship with Kanye and how it evolved through the years. And I thought it was just really well done. Indeed. And shout out to Cootie for doing just a really good, excellent job. You know, just relaying those emotions.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I don't think we lost the screen. Something happened.
Yeah.
We got it.
It's all right.
But yeah, man, it's really wild. It was really crazy. I loved the documentary. It was good to see everybody around at that time in the come up of Kanye and then in the middle part of the Kanye and the end part, to see the guys rotate back to him. It was a part in it when they was in Wyoming and Kanye was talking to Common.
Yeah, right. He was on the phone with Common.
And he was like, yo, it's Cootie. He like, oh, what's up, bro? You out here? He like, yeah, we out here taking care of fam, making sure he good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, wow. It was always a good situation. What did you think? Did you watch it? Did you watch all of it?
I haven't watched all of it. I watched some of it again. I thought it really humanized Kanye, and it really kind of put some more relate some more to Chicago, because you see some of the scenes and the places that he went. You're like, oh, I've been there before, like 87. I've been there before. So it really humanized him, just makes me look at him more. And matter of fact, when I was in Atlanta, one time I met him and Twista in Lenox Mall. I thought I was going to see myself in there, but unfortunately I didn't.
I thought I was going to see myself too.
Really?
After the first episode, the first season, I was like, wait a minute. I called my brother, like, well, you was weak, because I worked for them for a long time. So like I was at most of those parties. I remember hearing Kanye performing Through the Wire at Biology Bar for the first time.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like before it really became a real big record. So like I thought I was going to see myself in there. I mean, it was just good to see that. Yeah, man. One day we're going to have to do the top 5 nightclubs of the early 2000s.
Oh, wow.
Of Chicago.
And that was just another great thing. Because just to seeing, like, the early 2000s Chicago, that era, that was just such a great time to be alive.
Man, it was such a great time.
So many great things happened.
So many.
Yeah, so just kind of like, it was
the
real.
Bulls, no, that was 90s.
That's right.
Early 2000s was actually pretty bleak years for the Bulls.
Yeah.
But everything else was good.
Yeah, everything
you know
else.
what I'm saying? Like, in terms of us being outside.
Yeah, man. So the whole world is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Man. So let me give one big shout out to Kanye, the hustle period. Cootie, great job on the shit. You know what I'm saying? We have to rep the city at all times.
The Chicago,
nigga. We got to understand what it is and what it do. So, man, what else is going on in this world, man? We got a lot of things going on. We're not going to touch on it too heavy.
World War III might be happening though.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
No, let's not jump that far. I hope not.
So Russia invades Ukraine. What's y'all take on it, man? Because like I watched it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been seeing a lot of Instagram videos. I read some articles. I work in Ukraine village, so I've seen it firsthand of these people suffering, losing. I had a lady come in to cut her phone on just to get a call or to make a call to find out her nephew was murdered that following day.
Well, damn.
So watching her break down in the store really, it messed me up, because you can just the pain
Indeed.
in that the way she sounded. So it's just it's a lot of sad videos. I'm not here to choose any sides because I really don't understand everything that goes on with the politics of Ukraine and Russia. But we did talk about it earlier off mic about how it kind of started back in 2014 over the situation.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, it's not really, because it's kind of seeming like, you know, Russia just decided to invade Ukraine.
Okay.
Like out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But this is really kind of like the seeds were planted, at least based on what I've seen. Back in 2014, there was a civil war in Ukraine.
Okay.
Where in that civil war, there was a militia that went into parliament, January 6th style. You know how like on January 6th,
right. How
they stormed the Capitol. Yeah. But this time, these, you know, they wasn't really about that life. They was up there. Motherfuckers had raccoon hats on. They was just really on some like
wow shit.
Yeah, but no, they came in there ski masked up, pissed guns. You know what I'm saying? So the prime minister at the time had to get up out that jam. So he fled to Russia.
Right.
Right. So then there's another government installed, and but what the world didn't know at the time was that coup was backed by the U.S. They were trying to get somebody in to lead the Ukrainian government that was more friendly to the West.
Okay.
Right? So they accomplished this goal. So Putin sees that. They're just like, okay, bet. He immediately invades Crimea. Crimea is it's a peninsula in the Black Sea. It's right. It was a part of Ukraine. Russia invades Crimea. They take that over. So now Crimea is back as a part of Russia. And there was also two countries that succeeded in 2014, ethnic Russians in East Ukraine. I'm going to butcher the names of these private,
piano stand.
But yeah, but they're independent nations. They're Luhansk and Donetsk.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, exactly. I know I just
Gesundheit.
But
no disrespect to you.
Yeah, exactly. I know I butchered those, but yeah, there are two provinces in Ukraine that succeeded from Ukraine.
Okay.
That are pro-Russia, with their ethnic Russians. And so that was in 2014. So basically, and this also dates back to in 1990 when the Soviet Union was still in play.
Okay.
NATO promised to not expand further west. Further east.
Okay.
Right? So, but since then, the Soviet Union has fallen. And that was really in relation to like when Germany was divided. You know, but once the Berlin Wall fell, and then maybe probably like a few years later, the Soviet Union is disbanded, right? So now, Putin, so they're looking at that like, okay, well, Soviet Union's not a thing anymore. The Berlin Wall is down, so NATO expands more into, you know, those Eastern European countries.
Okay.
Right? So Russia has been looking at this. So this has been building up for years.
Indeed,
right? Indeed. But it really kicked off in 2014. So this has kind of been building, and then so once Ukraine had that coup and a more Western government was installed.
Okay.
They have been talking about joining the European Union, joining NATO. Putin is like, y'all just gonna keep basically, you know, so y'all gonna keep fucking with me.
So you gonna go fuck with the ops?
Yeah.
You gonna go fuck with the ops?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like they have also like desires to like recreate the old Soviet Union. That's purely speculation, but and I'm not even sitting here saying like Putin isn't like a tyrant. He isn't crazy, because at the same time it's just like, man, leave them people alone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, let Ukraine be Ukraine, let Russia be Russia.
Ukraine is it's not as big as fucking Russia. Russia is fucking huge.
Russia is much larger. I mean, but like, at one point in time, Ukraine and Russia were one and the same, pretty much, because they were part of the Soviet Union. But it's I just don't want it to, because it just seems like there's like no mention of the things of the things that happened lead up to this, as opposed to. So I just wanted to give a background on that.
The people we see you.
Now, how I feel about it is just like, I mean, I don't want to get involved in that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's their problem.
You know, my heart goes out to everybody over there. I do respect them as a culture, because for the simple fact of they really some stand-up people. Yeah. And when I say that is because, dude, on their news channel, they was teaching citizens how to make Molotov
cocktails.
Cocktails,
yeah.
Damn. Like on the news. And they got all the women and kids was moved out of the country. If you was it 18 or 16?
I'm not sure. It may have been 16.
Like if you're
16, I know it was 16 to 60. I think.
It was 16 to 60. If you was a male from 16 to 60, you can't flee the country. You must step back and fight for your country, no matter what. And they gave them guns.
Wow.
And the from what I've seen in videos, they don't give a fuck. They running up on tanks, taking shit over. Like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, hell no, we ain't going. Like, and it goes to show, like, sometimes when I be like, America's fucking soft, G. Because ain't one of us, if America said, hey, you got to see and fight. Nigga, fuck that. Where's my reputation?
Like, what time all these open? Nigga, damn.
Yeah. I mean,
that's y'all problem. That ain't me. Y'all got to deal with that.
I mean, there's one thing. You could say, like, you're not going to fight for America, but the thing is, like, you know, their country is being invaded.
Right. Yeah, this is true.
You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
So, like, it's like they're coming to, like, so you live here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if America was being invaded, if you in your house and motherfuckers coming to your crib, you're not going to, like, you're going to defend yourself. Like, that's not fighting for your country. That's fighting for your shit.
Yeah, that's true. So I take that back. Yeah, I would fight for my shit. But if a country... You know, if America, well, yeah, okay. I mean, it's in the same.
I mean, we're bordered by Canada and Mexico, so we really ain't got to worry.
And it's a hell of an ocean you got to cross.
That's what I'm saying. You got to get. It's so like the countries that we border, like they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not worried about being invaded.
Indeed.
So like with Ukraine,
shout out to Mexico.
Yeah,
we love you.
There's a lot
of Canadians
are
so
jokes
nice.
there. A lot of just
we go to Mexico to vacation.
Terrible.
You know what I'm saying? Like Canadians.
I've never been to Canada. I really want to go.
Canada's nice.
I
shout
really
out to Drake.
He's a friend of the show.
You know.
No, he's not. He doesn't. He don't even know who the fuck we are.
We should love the waffle colored Negroes. We love you, Drake.
The waffle colored Negroes.
That's what they call them. Waffle?
That's so racist.
I'm sorry. What should I call?
So racist.
We love my beige Americans. All right now.
Beige Americans. No, but I like my you know, I never want to see people suffer.
Yeah, don't even.
So you know what I'm saying? So like when you see like the videos of like people, you hear like the sirens going off, and you like, you know, because now especially with everybody having cameras on their phones, like you get to see like you're seeing people recording bombs exploding like in the like
Did you
right
see
on the
tank run over the car, the car?
No.
It was a Russian tank. A Ukrainian was driving a car, and the tank just ran over him, and the guy miraculously survived. Wow. And they showed the video of them pulling him out of the car, like he was still alive, and they was pulling him out the car. Like there's been some very courageous, heroic people over there.
That's a hell of an all-state car insurance
and
commercial.
There are a few people I know about, and you know I'm a big boxing fan. Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko, the Klitschko brothers, are fighting in Ukraine. They're Ukrainian.
Oh, okay.
And
so
they fighting in Ukraine right now.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to do what you got to do for your country.
Putin was a black belt in judo.
He might be.
You know, but you know.
You know, I mean, well, Russian. So there's another thing, right? I don't know. Did you see that video of the dudes? They were working out, like in the forest. There was snow outside.
And they had a bear?
And they had the bear back there just, you know what I'm saying? Like they just be out there working out, bears in the background, like they, you know what I'm saying?
In the snow.
Yeah, they be wrestling bears and shit. Like, do we really want to pull it with these people? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Is this really what you want to do?
This is not what you want,
yeah,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like, they just do that shit like it's nothing. Like, I don't know if y'all up on MMA or UFC with Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Uh-huh.
Man, that dude is a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't want no problem with him.
Russian animal, man. Like, no, I don't want no problem with it.
I don't want no issues.
You
How
know,
you
man,
feel about the situation?
I think it's kind of scary because it'll be the first time since like World War II where two first world countries could possibly go at it. If America and Russia go at it, there could be a lot of collateral damage, not just over there. There could be collateral damage over here as well in terms of Russia has a hell of a navy, military, not to mention they got people on the satellite station. They can fuck with the satellites, so they have a lot of reach. Yeah.
But you like you said, I'm not too knowledgeable of NATO. But I do know that America and like 9 other countries are on the same team as far as like
NATO.
against Russia.
It was a union pact that was formed after this is like post World War II.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just an alliance, just so like basically an alliance.
So
and
Hitler
certain
would happen
rules,
again.
exactly. So World War II wouldn't happen again. Just
Right.
an alliance and people and agreements were put into place, like acts of war and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that like we not to avoid another global conflict.
Right. So the thing about it, if it ever get that far, who's riding with United States? You got a lot of countries going to probably ride with the States.
I mean, I would
And
hope
Russia's
so.
just over there like, all right, we got China and North Korea.
They
Which
ain't
is-
no punks.
Hey, look, it's a documentary
That's
on
China.
motherfucking Netflix. Sorry to get off topic, but it's a documentary on Netflix about World War II, and it's a part in there where they talked about how they went to invade a country, a island, right? I think it was Korea, whatever, Tokyo. I don't know. It was over there, and they went to take over the island, and they get there and they don't see nothing, and they like, okay, so they get on the beach and like, all right, cool, let's just hurry up and spread out, just mark, and all of a sudden they just started dying. These motherfuckers have built tunnels, underground tunnels through the whole fucking island. In that one island, America lost the most soldiers out of World War II. They was picking them motherfuckers off like flies, my
Guerrilla
nigga.
warfare.
They was coming out of fucking tunnels like.
Guerrilla Vietnam style.
Where did you see
It's
that?
on Netflix, bro. It's a World War II documentary. It's like a 9-part series. And one day I just got hot and I just wanted to watch it, and it's very fucking interesting. But it was crazy because they were showing like how these people were just coming out of nowhere. Eventually, the states won over. And that's the famous picture of the 5 guys putting the flag up. It's a statue. That was part of
Marines out
that
there.
was there. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy for that. Like,
They say that's
So-
one of the reasons we dropped the atomic bomb because they couldn't do the hand-to-hand combat.
and that was prior. That was before that.
That's what I'm saying.
We watch the documentary. If you ever get bored at the house and you want to just learn some shit, watch that documentary because it's very, very, very interesting on how World War II started and the casualties, and it goes to every defeat and every accomplishment that we went through during that period of time.
Indeed.
It's very
But
dope.
this Russian thing with Ukraine, I think is just kind of scary because again, Russia has the power to do so many things. They don't even have to attack the United States directly. They could, all right, we could just send a couple of nukes or bombs. We could just hit London, or we could just hit Hawaii, or we could just hit anybody that's close.
Right, but see, I think with the intelligence of the technology now of other countries, I'm pretty much sure if Russia or North Korea hit that button and the bomb flies out, we can hopefully or somebody can intersect with that bomb before
From there
it
to
strikes.
here, probably so.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
just
Before it strikes,
they-
hopefully.
they can hit somewhere that's closer.
Because if an atomic bomb hit the tip of Illinois, as they say, you literally have like maybe an hour to live.
I mean,
Maybe. I
don't
so
even know.
I'm trying to not let my mind go to like the aspects of nuclear war.
Yeah, I read it.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
we don't want
I
to
mean,
damage.
obviously, when you get to talking about global conflict, It's funny because like the America is the only country to ever actually use
right
a nuclear weapon
twice.
Twice.
Right.
Yeah. That was like speaking of documentaries. I watched a documentary some years ago about Japan,
Hiroshima,
Nagasaki, post atomic bomb. Yeah, bro. That's not something that
we want. Nobody wants.
I'm saying that's not something that anyone should ever like aim to do.
Right.
Like the level of devastation and destruction that a nuclear weapon causes is like, I mean, they were like, it fucked people up for generations to the point where if you survived, you had a certain amount of radiation in your blood.
Right. Yeah.
So they would have children and they would be born with deformities. So it became a point where like people found out you were a survivor, like people wouldn't want to like, marry you or have children with you. You know what I'm saying? It was so many ramifications.
Yeah.
That so like that's definitely not something that you want to see ever again.
And think about they have missiles that have 10 times the power of that Nagasaki, Hiroshima on submarines now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That was in 1945, bro.
I'm saying.
Like
so
when
you
you
pull up to New York Harbor.
Like when you talk about war movies, it's you know what I'm saying, or war. There are some good movies you can watch. It's a movie on Apple with Tom Hanks when he is a submarine captain.
I've heard about that.
That movie is fucking phenomenal because the skill and talent that you have to have. So it's one person watching the radar and he's reading these calculations, and while he has to sit there and stare at that and wait till they see the other submarine underwater by radar. Give the calculations. The dude has to give the calculations. The captain has to give the calculations to the actual missile team so they can pinpoint when and where he's about to be in the next 15, 20 seconds to shoot a missile going underwater to be able to hit the submarine on target.
Indeed.
Or even fly over a missile to go down and hit. So, like, big up to all military people, period, because the shit that you have to learn and study, and dude, the Navy SEALs are like serial killers.
I didn't expect that was a comparison you need to say.
Right.
No, I'm just saying. But if you push them, they can kill you in a matter of seconds.
Well, people that are at that level of the military, they're definitely trained. I mean, that's kind of like they're no strangers to it, but
they have discipline not to do it.
Yeah. But like you know what I'm saying? Like we just hope that it doesn't get to a point where other countries are getting involved. It's scary. Yeah, I mean, so it really, and it's kind of like, damn, Joe, like, okay, we just started taking the mask off and shit.
Right.
I've been raw dog in the air all weekend. You know what I'm saying? And now, but it's now like, okay, okay. But now, like, okay, but World War III might be happening in the next couple
I'd be like, damn, just when my credit got together.
Right. Gas prices going up and shit.
Right.
Even though obviously some people don't care about gas prices.
In LA, it's $7.
$7.
It was so at some places. Yeah. So they like, so in LA, because I was just out there. So there are places where like there's a huge disparity in like how much gas. It's definitely more. It's definitely more expensive than it is here. And in some places, I did see like around $6. I didn't see $7. But I saw around $6.
They had $7 for like premium because they was like majority of people in Los Angeles do drive foreign cars, and you can't put regular gas in foreign cars. You got to put that premium.
I'm gonna have to put
gas
on.
It's like $17 and $7.20 a gallon.
I'm gonna have to put gas on layaway in a minute. Shit.
Man, can I drop 30 right now? But you fill up to 60, and I'm just doing the payment.
Christmas, I'm gonna pay the rest.
Let me get afterpay.
But that's one of the ramifications, allegedly, of this conflict with Russia, because there are a lot of sanctions and things that were imposed.
Indeed.
But Russia is also a large producer of oil and natural gas. You know what I'm saying? They're also a producer of wheat. And it's just kind of like something else is happening.
You said weed?
Wheat.
Oh,
like
okay.
weed? What the?
Hey, leave them people alone.
That was going to change your whole perspective on this shit.
Change the whole perspective.
Right. But nah, but yeah, so like, you know, in a time where like inflation is already a problem.
Indeed.
You know,
we can't win, bro.
Yeah, man. It's
Can't win.
you know, just hopefully we'll get some sense of normalcy again, and hopefully like there's some sort of diplomatic measures that can happen. You know, because right now there's been no military action on the part of anybody else outside of Russia or Ukraine.
Yeah.
But it still is very much still going on.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
Well, I just pray that it doesn't go that far.
Yeah.
I would like I said, like Rell just touched on. We just took the mask off.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, we out here.
You know,
we
breathing.
outside. You know, I hope everybody, you know, it's kind of like died down on the COVID and you know, coronavirus and the mask. You don't see it too much in the public eye no more.
True.
But let's not mistake, something's out there. Just
True.
make sure you take care of yourself.
Indeed.
Yeah, be safe.
Take your vitamins, work out.
Yeah, that's right.
Get some elderberry, some black seed oil, some sea moss, something about yourself. Get some vitamins in your system.
We know a masseuse.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we have to go to war, y'all motherfuckers out here eating gyro cheeseburgers every day. Y'all ain't gonna make it.
I'm too old.
Right.
Look, I'm trying to find somewhere.
We've aged out of going to war, bro.
Yeah,
unless you lived in Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Ukraine is much smaller.
Like, get your ass.
I'm just saying, the revolution will not be televised.
Damn, it's gonna be exercise.
I mean, you know, if a motherfucker come to my house,
yeah.
But other than that, I'm not going to fight for nobody.
But don't you feel good? It's like in our age group, it seems like we have one of the few people who had the last like normal childhood or normal life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, now it's just all kind of crazy.
I
I mean, we came up in that phase of,
you know, bicycles and you know
we,
what I'm saying?
it is fortunate that we are able to, like, so we're still kind of ingrained in technology, but we still remember a time where there was the internet, cell phones, all that stuff. You know, and we were like I said. I mean, even in the early 2000s, I mean, people had cell phones, but it wasn't like and it wasn't like the cameras that like everybody got cameras on their phones. Like,
and go live.
If you wanted to take pictures outside, you had to have like actually carry like a digital camera with you.
Yeah, it was a flip phone.
You know what I'm saying? No,
you take some pictures on that flip phone. It's horrible.
Yeah, so I mean, we definitely were fortunate. In terms of like how
I feel for these young people, man.
Yeah, man. And then you know, and then just imagine, like I saw something the other day, like how much they've experienced. Man. You know, talking about like a couple of economic crashes. You know what I'm saying? Global pandemic.
Man,
you know
we went through some things, man. Crack era, Reaganomics, Clinton era, Bush era, Obama era, Trump era. We went through some eras, fam.
Mascara.
I can't with you, man. I can't with you. Hey, man, that's the Easily Offended podcast show today. We're going to end it out where you talk about mascara. Okay.
It was there, bro.
Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all be smooth out there, man. Like I said, be safe and be careful. All my prayers go out to Ukraine.
Go to Indiana to get gas right now if you're in Chicago.
Man, for real. For real. Once again, shout out to leaders, Diego, for the K-Swiss collab. Shout out to Dave Jeff. Jonathan Swain, I see you running for Congress, man. Definitely going to support you on that. Man, why don't y'all guys introduce yourselves, man? Let's let the people know where you at.
You looking at me like that? You looking at me funny?
I'm just saying.
You looking at me like I
don't know. You look like a drummer with that hat on. That's a different hat from the last time.
It is.
Oh, you got a leather. Is that a Don C. brim on that motherfucker?
Don't hate my
You got the snakeskin brim.
Nigga, I'm going to a spade.
You're like you're a backup singer for mid conditioning.
Pretty brown eyes, girl, you know I can see ya.
Look up there hitting the steps and shit.
The way you treat me, pretty brown eyes. Nah, man, where they can follow you at, man?
Well, you know me. I can't even talk. But you start photo pics on Instagram. You know me, Shawn photographer. You know, do the damn thing.
Okay, the sniffles. What's up, Rell? Where you at?
Rell the producer, IG.
914.
Man, he said that real mellow.
914. Thank you for
hey, man,
me. Rell the producer.
What's in these cups? Got me chilling.
Rell,
you know what I mean?
Rell the producer. 914.
Boom.
Rell Allen in real life.
Bam.
On Facebook.
We're going to call you Real Allen.
Real Allen.
Yeah, it is.
And now the perspective from Real Allen.
Real Allen.
That sounds outrageously corny.
And I'm black, y'all.
Let's not.
No Real Allen.
Yeah, let Real Allen die right here.
No.
Right now. There was never to be spoken of.
He just
again.
killed my.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Hey, man, make sure y'all follow Easily Offended Podcast, Easily Offended on Instagram, Easily Offended. Join that Facebook fan page.
Boom.
Make sure y'all hit that YouTube page and subscribe,
Pal.
like, comment, share. Really appreciate everybody in the world that's paying attention to us. Last episode, 68 views, so we are climbing.
Okay.
So I'm definitely excited about that. Let me get a hand clap for that right there. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for supporting, man. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? We take our time out this day to do this on a Sunday. Like I said, sometimes you're going to see 4, sometimes you're going to see 3. But we all in unit, baby. We all roll as one. My name is L Boogie, Classic 1979 on Instagram, Young Classic 83 on Twitter. Make sure y'all follow the Easily Offended Podcast and the whole crew. And, man, we out.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The Chicago nigga.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.